Hi guys, sorry it's been a long time. It's been a while since I've had no internet. I've changed my provider and that. I've been chasing around and trying to do different things, trying to find the best bargain for me. And unfortunately, it's just taken me a while between work and that. So I now have the net bet, which is fantastic. So I'll start doing these again. And I thought I'll start in here with the painting of Warlord Games hovel, plastic hovel set. I won this from Steve Gusky and his little prize giveaway did. It's one of my prizes I got. Many thanks to him, mate. Really appreciate it. I got loads of stuff. Hopefully, as I'll paint it up, I'm going to add it on here and I'll give it a mention as well. Well worth checking out his site if you like watching bolt action videos, that kind of thing. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description so you can find it. So initially putting it together, it took some working out on what bit goes where. But I figured it all out, and it went together really well. There's a few bits kind of bent, 'cause it's plastic, and obviously it's had a while sitting in a position it's going to bend. But all in all, it looked really good. I'm really happy with it. The only bit I didn't like was the chimney. One side of the chimney, if you can see the picture of the chimney there, the top half has got a casting all the way around, but down the bottom you can see there's a hollow. There's no casting there, it's just a hollow empty area with a kind of ridge running down it, which is a bit of a shame really, because there's no way you can actually hide it. I started looking up on the Warlord website and trying to have some look at some pictures of this to see where they put it, and if you believe it or not, all their pictures are it is in this place, but you never see a picture from this angle to be able to see that there's a hollow there. So they worked that one out. So with a bit of 2mm plasticard, I just base these guys up. I thought just make them a bit more rigid, last a bit longer, especially at my cup where they get thrown around a bit more. Yeah, 2mm plasticard. I curve the edges just so they don't look so harsh with strong corners and that. I get this off a guy on eBay. He sells black and white plasticard, good prices. Yeah. I then start using PVA or white glue to start gluing down these larger rocks. And by the way, I use PVA on the buildings itself. Some people won't like that. It's fine. It takes a long time to dry, but this was just a job I did before the evening and left it while I went out. And yeah, it all dried up fine. And I continue using the white glue, and I use these bigger chunks right on the edges, you can see here. As you can see, I then went round and did a lighter sanding of finer stuff. I use builder sand for the majority of it. As you probably know by now, I'm a builder anyway, so I get my hands on it relatively easily. You might think that builder sand's a bit chunky, but there is such a large variety. My 10mm models are actually done with ocean fine, they call it here, ocean fine sand, which is a browned sand with very high grade used for screed mixes and stuff like that, where you want really fine cement. And I use it for that because they're so small. It's perfect for small scale models and that. This year I'm using fine silver sand. The only thing I would say is you probably want to dry it. Leave it outside on a sunny day is the easiest way. Occasionally I use an old pot and do it on the stove to dry it through. Just beware it gets bloody hot. Once that's all dry, I then just blast it over with a nice dark brown. As I normally say, go and get some proper paint. You can buy some decent paint elsewhere. Don't use your little pots of paint to try and paint these models. It's not worth it. Definitely not worth it. You can pick up tester pots of paint, a pre-mix matte emulsion for, same as you can normally pick up a pot of acrylic paint for miniatures. So for base coating, I just go and get that and whap it out. I then do a quick dry brush with a dark grey, followed in turn by a lighter grey, and then I do a very light dry brush on top with a very light grey, and I then start picking out all the plaster on there with a dark brown, and this again I highlight in 3 layers. As you can see here, it's just me doing the highlighted version of the plaster there. I went with white because lime wash is pretty, a lime plaster is pretty easy to do, and it's good for a whole mix of periods. I then start dry brushing the earth, and I purposely go over some of the other areas to dirty it up, and also dry brush like the bottom 10 mil, say, of the stonework as well, just to bring some muddy earthy effect to it. As with everything else, I do another 2 covers to the earth, just to dry brush it to a very light brown. I then picked out the timber work. I should have done this really before I dry brushed the ground, so I could dry brush it in a bit to blend it in a bit better. There I just did 2 coats, and you can kind of see down the bottom there where I've just done strips of paint, which you've seen me do it before on the woodwork and that, just to give the illusion of grain. Finally, you can just about see it a bit on the top right hand side there. I did some dry brushing in a green, darkish green, then highlighted with a lighter green, just to break up the grey and give a bit of, like a lichen or algae kind of glow to some of the rock here. So that's it really. I just then put the static grass on the bottom. I've got 2 colours there, and 2 colours of clump foliage as well, just set over it. As you can see, I put a bit of clump foliage high up as well, and in where that chimney is as well, just to cover that up. And you know what, it looks quite tidy. I'm really impressed with these little buildings. Here's just a game I've got coming up in the future, and I'll just have the building there in the terrain. They look really nice, really happy with them. Yeah, thanks again, Steve. These are from Warlord Games. They are good little buildings. They were smaller than I imagined they'd be. You can see there, I mean, the guys next to them are on 25mm basis. You've got a rough idea of what size they are there. But yeah, they're very nice buildings. Good collection. I might get a couple more to do some bolt action tables with. Hey guys, so thanks for watching. It's going to take me a week or 2 now to catch up with what the hell's going on. I don't have TV or anything, so the internet's my link to the rest of the world, so it'll take me a while to get back up to date and see what's happening in the wargaming world. And hopefully I've got some more battle reports coming up. I've got a game system called Songs of Blades and Heroes, and a small tournament the club's running for that as well. I'll give you an update to the club league as well. And other than that, we'll see how it goes. So thanks for sticking with me. I'll see you soon. Farewell.